Sissy is a new homegrown Australian Shudder original that I just went into with absolutely no expectations, and my god, it blew me away. I love this movie so damn much. Seriously, it's probably going to make it in my top 10 movies of this year, but let's be honest. As the year is going, I keep saying that for every new horror movie I keep reviewing, so this is probably going to have to be like a top 30 or whatever this year. But anyway, regardless of that, Sissy is kind of like a Tucker and Dale versus Evil type movie. It's kind of like bodies, bodies, bodies. It's kind of like an anti-slasher Friday the 13th movie with a whole load of comedy in there and a lot of like relationship drama as well. This is sort of like a drama slash horror slash comedy. There's a lot going on, and I think that that's not particularly going to work for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to ease into the first half before it takes a drastic sharp turn about halfway through and turns into kind of an entirely different film for the second half. And for me, the turn really worked. At first I was a bit like, oh my god, this is jarring. I'm not so sure the characters would be making the decisions that they're making in this moment. I don't know if I buy that. And it made me think that like the movie was starting to get a bit stupid, to be honest. But then the film leaned into that stupidity and I realized what it was doing and what it was going for, and it worked so much for me. I think that Sissy is a hilarious film that is very dark. It makes you laugh at things that you probably shouldn't be laughing at, or at least it made me laugh at things that you probably shouldn't laugh at. And it was a hell of a ride the entire time. I honestly had so much fun with it. And I also appreciated a lot about it, like the fact that it's Australian, and so it kind of felt a little bit more relatable just because of that. You know, they spoke in my accents, they had little intricacies that felt true to me, like it felt like real life, more so than it does when I'm watching an American film and stuff like that. So there's little things like that that I appreciated as well as the fact that we are starting to kind of enter this renaissance of movies about people in their 20s, because back in the day, you know, horror movies have always been about teenagers, like always. That's always the thing. And if it's not about teenagers, it's about 30 or 40 year olds or whatever. But now, like with Bodies, 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 and now this, and maybe a few others that aren't coming to my mind right now, we're starting to really get a lot of movies about people in their 20s, and I kind of appreciate it. It's just come at the right time because I'm in my 20s. I don't necessarily think this movie is going to work for a lot of people because I do think that it's kind of juggling a lot of different things, and it is a bit silly if I'm being honest. But it was more serious and kind of heartfelt than I was expecting it to be, because, you know, it kind of does comment on certain things. When it comes to Australian horror films, just by the way, I have to mention, like, it is rare that we get them, but when we do get them, they often tend to be more of a commentary on certain things. They aren't just a simple, stupid horror film that's just there to have fun. They do comment on things. And even though this one has quite a bit more fun than your typical Australian horror movie, I will say that this one did take kind of an interesting approach where it commented on Generation Z and all that kind of stuff, and it talked about how people kind of react online, how they omit things about their real personal lives, and it was kind of relatable in that way as well, because obviously we don't talk about our entire lives in every single detail when we're online and everything, and it just explored that idea with influences and everything like that, as well as exploring the theme of trauma and how people get triggered by certain things in a serious way. But it also made fun of how easy young people can kind of say, you know, the buzzwords like that, like triggered and everything. And it did kind of give shit to a bunch of people my age and everything for being kind of fake, much like Bodies, Bodies, Bodies did earlier this year. Basically, Sissy is just a hilarious horror comedy film that I absolutely loved in just about every single way. I highly recommend it to anyone who thinks that this might sound like their kind of thing, but I don't recommend it at all to anyone who doesn't, because it's just not gonna be for you. It's very much one of those types of movie that's love or hate. And yeah, I just love every kind of decision that it made. And honestly, I think that this could be a classic for me, personally. I don't think that this is going to be a renowned, famous classic film to everybody. But for me, I hope that this comes out on Blu-ray sometime soon, and I hope that it's cheap, because I'm going to be buying this one. I would love to have it in my collection. I think it is a fantastic film. And that's about all that I really have to say. Just a quick one today. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please do that thing. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that shit. And I'm outie. Thanks for watching. Bye.